Hi there. Since I'm still in Madaraka, let's talk about this, the music business. In the view of what could you possibly do for you to be able to also make money through the music business, more so in Kenya. And by the way, this is the very perfect setup for me to discuss this, because this ecosystem has actually been very fundamental in assisting contribute to the growth of that in the country. And I'm saying so because, guys, the Nairobi west side of the country, we're talking about Madaraka area, South B, South C, has really played a big role in the growth of the Kenya music business and industry. To give you an example, some of the most legendary music studios, like for example, Ogopa DJs, is and actually was also based just down here in South B. For example, Homeboys Recordings, both recording studio and also radio, was actually based just down here in Baricho Road, upper side of South B. Around here, Madaraka area, we talk about some big entertainment labels over the years. Like for example, in the 2008 to 2012 era, we talk about Jomino Entertainment. It was based here in Madaraka. Most recently, we're talking about Pacho Entertainment being based here in Madaraka. That tells you, through this perfect ecosystem, we have seen artists grow and even so contribute massively to the Kenyan music industry. You could be sitting there, for example, you're a consumer of music through radio. Maybe you're just a fan of music through clubs and so forth. How can you also have a piece of this big pie called the music industry? More so from the business angle of it. That's what I want to discuss with you. And specifically, I'm going to talk about 5 ways you can go about also possibly making money through such kind of endeavors. And of course, the very first way you can also make money through music is by you being a music artist or a music producer. And by the way, this is the base of it, looking at it from the creative side, okay? You being a music artist or even a music producer, you can possibly make money through that. And this actually calls for you to invest with regards to understanding the craft, you knowing what really assists grow the craft, and most importantly also, you really just being dedicated to put in the effort it requires for you to be able to hone your craft. And I'm saying so because this music business is not easy. There is tens of thousands of artists out there, thousands of producers out there. You need to give it your best for you to be able to be among the best, so that actually you can be able to turn that into a profit thing. That tells you it's going to take some time, okay? It's going to take some months, it's going to take some years for you to be able to master the craft, and hopefully it's going to be able to assist you make money, okay? And then the second way you can make money through the music business is by you being a video producer. Also, guys, in this music thing, videography is a big thing. And that's so because artists out here are possibly looking for ways to get their music to be also in visual form. And with that, you can be among the biggest videographers in the country if also you put in the effort for you to be able to hone your skills. You can become one of the biggest videographers in the country. And we've all seen, for example, over the years, some household names in the videography game in the country. And even so, it is beyond music, because also they go ahead, for example, to produce documentaries. They go ahead, for example, to also contribute even to films and so forth. So think about also jumping into video production, and hopefully you can also tap into the pie of music business in this country. And then the third way you can possibly make money through music is by you jumping on something which is called music publishing company. In other words, publication of music. You might be wondering, what do music publishers do? In essence, music publishers are those who assist with supporting copywriting of music, supporting with producing sheet music and putting it out there in the market and so forth. You can look to start a publishing company. And by the way, in Kenya, in recent times, we've seen some companies out there, like for example, Ngoma and the likes. Also, think about jumping into the publishing. And you might be wondering, why is music publishing company key? It is very fundamental because, guys, in the music business, despite there being, for example, copyright societies in the country, there is no clarity with regards to how artists' interests can be spearheaded, can be put forth. And that is the work of music publishing companies. They assist artists try their best to get the most they can from their art. More so when it comes to royalties from airplay, more so when it comes to other forms of royalties controlled by such societies out there. So, For a country like Kenya, we have a gap with regards to music publishing because there's no clarity, for example, around radio airplays, around royalties coming from these. If you can be out there and form a very formidable publishing company, be sure you can be in business because a good number of artists are gonna actually work with you. They're gonna really trust you to support them with matters around music publishing, and ultimately you can be able to make money too. And then the fourth way you can make money through music is by you starting a music streaming platform. We've all seen, for example, the likes of YouTube out there, the likes of, for example, Spotify, the likes of Tidal, you name it. There is a myriad of music streaming platforms out there. But for our ecosystem, we haven't really seen a big business on that front. Of course, in recent times, we have seen, for example, things like, for example, Boomplay, which have really come in place to support with regards to these streaming services. We also saw, for example, something like, for example, Mdundo. It tried a bit, but it was more of a download platform. If you can start a very formidable music streaming platform, more so which has subscription, in other words, a paid platform, be sure you can get artists on board, and these artists can actually go a long way in assisting you make money because you're gonna have a revenue sharing agreement. That is also another way through which you can be able to make money through music business. You don't have to be a musician for you to make money. You can also tap into music streaming platform as a business person, and hopefully you have the marketing and business acumen to assist you turn that into a profit venture. And then the fifth and last way I want to discuss with you, also through which you can make money through music, is by you being able to champion music festivals. What do I mean? Guys, we've all seen over the years there being festivals being held in the country. For example, we saw Blanket and Wine, which was spearheaded, for example, by a musician in Kenya called Muthoni Drama Queen, which has been happening over the years. And through that, also Muthoni Drama Queen's company and a good number of organizers out there have been able to make money through music. So if you have good social capital, in other words, you have good relationships with promoters out there, good relationships with artists out there, why not look to start, for example, a music festival? And through that, you can also be able to organize something very awesome, and in the process, be able to make money. By the way, these won't really make money off the bat because you really need to have some good social capital. You can start investing in that, relationships, and then over time, you're gonna have the backing to support you with pulling together such a festival. But you need to understand that it starts somewhere. You don't have to start big, it might grow over time for you to be able to make money through such kind of festivals. But start from somewhere, and then you can be able to grow and grow over time. So guys, those are some of the ways through which you too can look to tap into this big music business, big entertainment cake, for you to be able to make money through music business or music industry in Kenya. Is there any other way which I've forgotten? If there is, share with me in the comment section down below. Let's continue discussing. But I think those are the 5 realistic ways through which anybody out there can look to make money through the music business in Kenya. Cheers guys, I look forward to share with you other awesome videos next time. Cheers, and you all take care.